Hello, Artful Manifestors. Thank you for joining me. Today, we are exploring what's surfacing from your roots, from your ancestral waters. And to do this, you can choose from one of the crystals that you see or one of the cards that I'm about to reveal. I want to let you know that I always set my intentions for your highest and best good. My readings are here to offer you inspiration, guidance, and hope. If you're interested in the cards that I use, I do list them in the description box below. If I happen to have a link where you can find them, I'll include that as well. All right, let's see what we have. For reading number 1, this is the image. And for reading number 2, this is the image. And for reading number 3, this is the image. If you'd like to know what the crystals are, let me introduce those to you now. For reading number 1, we have Kamererite. That's what it looks like. And for reading number 2, we have Dalmatian Jasper. And for reading number 3, we have Septarian. Let your intuition guide you. Whichever stone or image you're most drawn to is most likely the reading meant for you. Of course, you're always welcome to choose 2 or even listen to all 3 of the messages, as there may be additional guidance for you there. You'll find a link to all the readings in the description box below. Hello, reading number 1. You chose this Kamererite, which is connected to the third eye and crown chakra, helping to activate those. It tunes our inner vision, allowing cleaner reception from our guides, ancestors, soul allies. It bridges higher realms with the physical body. So it grounds your mystical experiences into the body. So there may be little physical nudges that you notice when your ancestors or guides are communicating with you or signaling you. It aligns the subtle bodies and energy centers, brings energetic alignment across all 7 major chakras. And it encourages all parts of you, the emotional, mental, spiritual, to work together. So that's that energetic alignment that I'm talking about. It also is a stone of initiation, often appearing during rites of passage, alchemical or transmutive shifts, changes. So it's a good time to use it when you're channeling new modalities. And it encourages that integration of divine downloads without overwhelming the nervous system. So it's like a spiritual upgrade, kind of assist in upgrading all of the energetic and physical bodies. And you got the card Clay. I'm hearing potential. It has all the ingredients that you need to build something new. Clay is a decomposed rock. So before clay, it was silt, and before that, it was sand. Before that, it was gravel, and so on. And so now it's gone through all these different forms until it's broken down to its essential elements. And now it's ready to be shaped and molded and fired into whatever form you desire. All right. Let's consult the tarot cards now and find out what is surfacing from your roots. What's rising in the ancestral waters? All right, we have 8 of bows, hearth fire, oh, that was too many. Let's put all those back. Okay, this guy wants to come out. The pole star. And the king of arrows. With the 8 of bows and this clay card, what I'm seeing is that you've broken down relationships. So you have a greater understanding of relationships and what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Perhaps you've even outgrown some relationships, or you just have a different perspective about those relationships and what you can expect from them. It's a very mature, wise view of human interactions. No one's perfect, but I see you with this chosen family, this tribe. And it's interesting that we have clay, and I talked about how it's decomposed rock broken down into its basic element, and it's ready to be shaped and molded into any form, forged in fire, right? And here we have the hearth fire, which is that central fire, that fire that everyone gathers around in the cold of winter. And so it's like there may be some relationships that broke down, or you understand more, or that you let go of, but I see that you found new relationships, or you will very soon. But I feel for many of you've already found these people. I think it's going to grow, it's going to expand. Your tribe, you're really finding your tribe. Yeah, it's like you haven't walked the exact same path, but you've had enough experiences that are relatable or similar, so you kind of have that same vibe right now. And that's good. Community is good. And then we have the star, and we see somebody here completely alone, but again, another reference to the light, right? So they're all coming here, gathering here for this warmth. And fire also is it illuminates, it provides light. And here we have the pole star, which provides direction. So all this understanding, all of these lessons in relationships, um, it's giving you this guiding light, this understanding of what it is that you do want. You may have even said, I hope I find this, or I just want this. And so all of that has brought that clarity. These are patterns that you're helping to shift. All right. These go beyond your lifetime. Some of them are repeated patterns in our culture, our society, and some of them are deep ancestral rooted patterns, energetic patterns that you are now shifting by having the power to decompose this rock in one lifetime. And now you're transmuting that. You're changing it into the form that you want because you have this clarity as to what you want in a relationship. And it starts with yourself, the relationship with yourself. You're also improving the relationship that you have with yourself, what you allow yourself to do, feel, think. And so now you have this new pole star, this new guiding light. And it's up high because it's divine. Your crown chakra is more open and activated and cleaner. And so you're getting greater guidance from your higher self, from your guides, from your ancestors. And the kingfisher, the result of all of this is that you have greater discernment. So in the future, you're going to have a better idea of which people that you want to share yourself, your time, your energy with, and which maybe you'll limit your time, energy with. Yeah, it's very wise. I see you being very, you see he's flying, right? That's elevation, and we have this star. This is like a wiser form of communication, and it's communication with yourself, with others, and with higher realms, with your ancestors, with your guides, angels. And the kingfisher can travel in two worlds. He can fly in the air and fish in the water. So this initiation that you've gone through, and I feel like for many of you, it's something that happened in the past, and now, again, you have that potential, and now you're really anchoring in the gifts that this initiation has brought you. So you went through these relationships that maybe were uncomfortable, but they caused growth and activation of these gifts that now you are inheriting from your ancestors. And as a result, not only are you able to discern physical beings, but you're better able to discern your own inner voice, your higher self, your inner wisdom, and again, your guides, your ancestors. You're shedding the ego. Yeah, beautiful. I really see you communicating better, not just with people, but with those higher realms, because we have here those two worlds. So you're able to bring that those messages from the ethereal world into and anchor them into the physical world. And pay attention to physical sensations. Sometimes you might really feel like you're getting poked in this, jabbed in the shoulder, and nobody's there. You might feel like someone's watching you, but there's nobody around. Ask yourself, your higher self, who's there. And you're going to know, you're going to have greater clarity to receive the messages that they're offering. And I sense somebody here still has a little trepidation, a little fear around that. Remember, you can always protect yourself with the request of your angels, your guides, right? To kind of shield yourself with the intention that only energies with the highest and best good intentions for you are allowed to enter your energetic space. And also Kamererite, it offers spiritual protection. It protects by helping you stay deeply attuned to your own frequency. So again, I see this clarity of communication, even with yourself. So rather than replaying phrases that were said to you that now maybe you internalized, I see you releasing those. And yeah, your vibration is such that there's not any room for these foreign energies to enter. Yeah, it's protection by presence. A really rare and elevated kind of spiritual strength. Reading number 1, absolutely beautiful. So excited for the patterns that you're releasing, breaking down, transmuting, and these gifts that you're inheriting. And really, they're earned. You earned them through your trials, tribulations, initiation. And now you're in that beautiful, magical moment of really getting to explore them and have fun with them and fine tune them. Reading number 1, please let me know if this resonates. I love to read your comments, and I'm wishing you the best. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, reading number 2. Welcome. You chose the Dalmatian Jasper, which promotes discipline with kindness. So it's helpful for grounding those ideas into action. It encourages gentle consistency, structure, follow through without that harsh self-judgment. So it's great for entrepreneurs, creatives, anyone starting new practices or new routines. It helps you stay loyal to your path while staying lighthearted in the process. We see there's 2 different colors. It also helps balance yin and yang, light and shadow, sacred and silly, wild and wise. It helps you integrate dualities within yourself, joy and responsibility, seriousness and humor, past and future. They're showing me, one thing I've begun to do with some chores that maybe in the past were I felt like a chore, right? An obligation, unpleasant. It's hard for me to even think of them now that way because I take that time, to maybe watch my favorite TV show while I do the laundry or listen to an audible book or a podcast while I wash dishes. And I look forward to those times. It's really nice. So it's that kind of thing. You're getting things done, but you're also enjoying it. It doesn't feel like a punishment or an obligation. Yeah. And we have the peacock. And the peacock is proud, but not in a boastful or arrogant way, in a authentic way. And the Dalmatian Jasper also helps reawaken the inner child. And it's that kind of authenticity that children have that I see you beginning to display. Yeah, that inner child is curious, spontaneous. All right, I had to pause the video, because I was sneezing. I was just talking about the spontaneity of a child, and I spontaneously started sneezing. It just came on suddenly. All right. If you're sneezing when that happened, let me know. I love those synchronicities. All right, let's find out. Let's find out what is surfacing from your roots, rising from the ancestral waters. All right. We have 2 of arrows. I'm hearing that you're becoming more empowered. So something that's rising up to be healed is that feeling of being misunderstood or victimized. And again, these are ancestral energies. These are deeply rooted things that you're healing in this lifetime. A feeling of unfairness, all of that is rising up to be healed. The green woman. And the shaman. Yes, I knew it. When I saw that green woman, I knew it. And then we have the shaman. Yeah. So it's not that you didn't experience things that weren't fair, but you experienced them so that you could heal them, and not just for yourself, but for your ancestors. Because we are connected through, the quantum entanglement, right? What you do ripples out and alters your entire lineage. From our point of view, it goes backwards and forwards. So I see that you have endured injustices, but that's shifting now. This is what's rising up for you to balance and heal at this time. And I do see this rewilding and recognizing of your own powers and creativity. So you're birthing this new version of you, the shaman. You're also have all of these creative abilities. You're understanding plants. You're growing things, physically growing things like plants, but also growing metaphorically aspects of your life, projects. And the shaman, that's somebody who has healed themselves and understands the energies of healing. They are the medicine. And while they do use ritual, uh, they are that energy, that presence that helps to heal others. So, this thing that you went through, or things that you went through, gave you the desire to help others also going through those same types of things or similar situations. So it's twofold. You have two of arrows and it's twofold. You have healing your ancestral line and healing others. So that's why you've experienced it. So it's like the gift and the pattern are intertwined. This pattern of being the scapegoat or being unheard or undervalued or misunderstood, being wronged. All of these energetic patterns that you've inherited from your ancestors, you are the one that's now shifting that dynamic, that pattern, and finding your power in it. It's so strong, and it's authentic. You're raising the bar, raising the standards. You're not allowing to be undervalued. You're not allowing others to undervalue you. You're seeing your worth. Yeah. Your energy is stabilizing. It's not being easily swayed by others. You're in your own right. You know what's best for you. You trust yourself. You trust your inner wisdom, your inner voice. But again, it's not through harshness. You just see this radiance. No one's going to mess with you now. Yeah. You're you're in the process of clearing any emotional residue after all this shadow work that you've done. It's like you have this sense of return. Remember, I mentioned that the Dalmatian Jasper awakens or reawakens the inner child. So you're healing early life wounds, ancestral wounds, maybe things that happen in young adulthood, and you're inviting that innocence back. And I see you doing this in your work. So it could be creative work, it could be spiritual work, really all aspects of your life. You're adding this element of playfulness, but you're still getting the job done. And it's taking less energy now because of that. And you're also this shaman, which is the first card of the major arcana. Sorry, the second card, because the first would be 0, right? The full. So this would be like the magician. And you have all the resources now, right, for this next leg of your journey. So I see you beginning this new role. You're taking on this new role. It's, again, what I see is that you're giving birth to a new you. And it's, like the metaphorical transformative butterfly. I see you're casting off this cocoon and stepping into this new role, this new version of you. Really nice. Yeah. You are just becoming so childlike in your energy and playful and wild, but wise, and you're finding the magic in the mundane. Yeah. So just notice that you're going to begin to feel lighter. And you are lighter. You've cast off these energetic patterns that have, been weighing you down, and you stepped into this new role, and it just feels lighter and exciting and authentic, beautiful, strong, wild, happy, all of those things. Reading number 2, I'm just so excited for you. Please let me know if this resonates, and I'm wishing you the best. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, reading at number 3. You chose the Septarian, which is a stone of ancient power. It connects to the wisdom of ancient lands, oceans, primordial womb of Gaia. It's a powerful ally for past life recall, ancestral healing, and connecting to the bones of the earth, especially supportive for those reclaiming lost gifts or reactivating soul contracts rooted in deep time. It's earth wisdom and deep time memory. And look at the card that you got, time. And when I look at this card, I see these ley lines, these energetic lines across the earth, and I'm hearing sacred sites. So I don't know if you've been visiting sacred sites, or maybe you've always wanted to. I see you at these sacred sites, and sacred sites don't necessarily mean the pyramids, but they could. Those are definitely sacred. Stonehenge, but there are other stone circles, but there's also natural sacred sites that weren't man-made, like Mount Shasta, Mount Fuji, Enchanted Rock. There are sacred sites everywhere. It could be a natural spring. You'll know it. If you haven't already recognized it, you are beginning to understand these energies, even if you're not quite to the point that you can articulate them. And visiting these traveling along the ley lines, visiting these sacred sites is going to amplify this earth wisdom that's awakening in you right now. It's really exciting. All right, let's consult the tarot and see what else we can find out about what is surfacing from your roots, rising in the ancestral waters. What is surfacing for reading number 3? They're also telling me that you're just having a greater understanding of time. All right, we have the shaman. Five of bows, and look at that. It looks like a sacred site. Yeah, I see you at these sacred sites. Now you can go there energetically. If you're not unable to physically travel there, you can connect through your energetic body to these places. In fact, I think some of you are already doing that in your dreams. And these are places maybe that you, in another lifetime, were part of. And they're telling me that you're helping to heal. You're helping to heal not just your own life or bloodline, but you're helping to heal the earth by visiting and connecting with these places. So you might even see images of them and just feel so drawn to it and so connected to it. And so I see you doing this kind of shamanic work for the world. Oop, talking with my hands too much. Doing this shamanic work to heal Gaia. Wow. Yeah, something is really awakening in you. It's this calling, this deeper purpose rising like embers that catch the wind and are carried to something else. Yeah, someone here watching, listening is studying quantum mechanics and working with the quantum energy fields. This is why I'm saying you don't even need to visit these sacred sites, although if you can, that would be beautiful because I do see some of you doing that. But someone is working in the quantum field, somebody who understands like going down to the particle level to heal things. They're showing me that double slit experiment where the observation of the particle changes the particle. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, then this may be something that starts to appear uh, in your world. You'll become aware of it through media, books, conversations. Definitely, I see you traveling to these places. And here we have the Wanderer. So in other decks, this would be like the Fool. We see this rainbow bridge. And I recently heard the corpus callosum called the Rainbow Bridge. And if you don't know what the corpus callosum is, it's that bundle of nerves that connects the left hemisphere of your brain with the right hemisphere of your brain. So I see you doing this type of work that's activating your pineal gland, your whole brain, and using the quantum field to visit these places and expand your knowledge, but also you're repairing, you're helping to repair Gaia's energy. Yeah, it's like you're traveling through time. I'm having a difficult time articulating it because I myself don't understand all of it, or maybe I'm not meant to explain the details because that's part of the fun, is you discovering these things along the way and experiencing them for yourself. And it's the type of thing that you can't really explain. Like when you do stand at a sacred site and you have that mystical moment that just transforms you, it's very hard to put into words what that experience feels like. Um, and that's the kind of experiences that I see you having. If you listened to reading number 2, I'd be interested to see if that's something you've already lived, because this very much feels like this is what follows reading number 2. This is what comes after for some people. So only if you feel drawn to it, or if you already did, let me know. Yeah. I very much, the shaman knows how to alter their consciousness. They can induce these altered states and go into the spirit world, the energetic world, the quantum field. And that's what I see you doing. I see you entering that spirit world, that quantum field, and working with those energies. And you're doing it in a very wise way. And your ancestors are walking with you, doing this, helping you. So I see some of you going to sacred sites that your ancestors went to and powering up, and then going to other sacred sites. And, when a shaman heals himself or herself from their own spiritual wounds, then they carry that medicine and they're able to help heal others. And what I see is that you're visiting these different sacred sites and you're carrying that medicine of one sacred site to another. Wow. If if this resonates at all, please let me know. I want to know who's doing this kind of work or who's drawn to it. Maybe you haven't begun to do it now because it's just starting to surface. Um, but maybe you already have that calling, like, oh, I've always wanted to go see Stonehenge or visit the pyramids or whatever sacred site is calling to you. Chichen Itza. Yeah. please let me know. All right. I am wishing you the best. This is an amazing, amazing reading. Reading number 3. I'm so excited for you. May the light in you see the light in me. Thank you. Bye.